All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of TurfLife. As you guys can see, we are live from the virtual TurfLife studio this time. I'm Liz, and today we're diving into one of the biggest factors that separates the pros from the rest: getting flawless, long-lasting artificial turf installs every single time. And joining me is someone who's seen it all, Hailey Weber, our claims coordinator at Turf Distributors. Hailey, thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, Liz. I'm excited to chat about this, and I think the installers will really love this one as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Hailey, you work behind the scenes handling claims, but also have a front row seat to what makes an installation really hold up over time. So today, instead of just talking about claims, I want to flip the script a little bit. Let's talk about the insider knowledge that helps pros avoid common issues before they happen, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I love, helping the installers avoid headaches before they even start. Because when things go right from the start, it's smoother for everyone: the installer, their crew, and of course, their customers.
Right, exactly. So let's break that down. What's one of the biggest mistakes you see often that separates a good install from a great install?
Yeah, so one of the biggest I would say is seams. You can tell when an installer really knows their craft by how invisible their seams are. A lot of issues come down to rushing through that step or considering the right blade direction. The best installers take their time to get it right because seams are one of the first things homeowners notice. If you can see them, it's going to take away from that perfect natural look.
That's huge, Hailey. And I bet there are simple tweaks that can make a big difference, right?
Exactly. Things like using a kicker to stretch the turf slightly before seaming, ensuring your seam tape has proper adhesion, and always brushing up the fibers after the seam is secured. Little details that make all the difference.
Love that. So what's another pro tip, something that might not seem as obvious, but can make or break an install?
Ooh, drainage for sure. Not just for pet turf, but for any install. If the base isn't prepped properly, you can get pooling, wrinkles, or even odors down the road. Making sure you have the right compacted base depth and proper slope is key. Some installers even do a quick water test before laying the turf just to see how it drains.
Yeah, that's so smart. So you're saying the best installers don't just lay turf, they think about how it's going to perform over years, right? So not just how it looks on install day.
Exactly, and that's how a pro stands out.
Okay, so one last pro tip for today. What's something you wish every installer would do?
Oh, this one's so easy. Let the turf acclimate. A lot of issues like compression lines or ripples happen because the turf was installed right off the roll before it even had time to relax. Leaving it unrolled in the sun for a few hours can make a huge difference in getting that smooth, natural look.
Yeah, that's such a great tip, Hailey. And honestly, I love that these aren't so complicated, just small smart steps, right, that make a huge impact. So Hailey, this has been so awesome. I feel like we just scratched the surface, so I can't wait for the upcoming, guys, here we go, TD Pro Tips mini series, where we'll dive even deeper into the techniques that separate the best installers from the rest.
Yes, we're going to cover everything from seam techniques to troubleshooting those tricky installs. I can't wait.
Me neither. Hailey, thanks again for sharing all this insight. And for everyone listening, if you want to elevate your installs and avoid those common pitfalls, keep an eye out for TD Pro Tips. Until next time, install smart, and we'll see you on the next episode of
Turf Life!